Green Arrow, issue 13, legacy
Oh
number
boy.
346. Joshua Williamson writing with a Mankey and a Hulpin on the art. On you go, Matt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So the Arrow family is now living on the island that gave us Oliver Queen that he had to survive on. And he's walking around and seeing everybody together. Um, and he grabs his bow and his quiver. He gives Dinah a kiss and takes off. And the whole family's looking around. They're all chopping it up. Connor, Hawk, and Roy are making breakfast for everybody. And Red Canary, who's the newest member of the family, is just like, oh wow, this is what you guys do when in your off time. And Dinah's trying to get everyone's attention because she can't find Ollie, to where she has to yell, but it's not the canary cry, but it's done in that kind of style, right? Where she has to get loud. Everyone turns, and it cuts to 48 hours later, where Ollie's in the Hall of Justice, which has now been claimed by Waller as the Bureau of Sovereignty, and she gives him a mission that she wants him to work with, like not the Suicide Squad, but like an offshoot of it, to make sure that uh, who does he go to get that to protect? They're calling it Belle Reve North, which looks like this prison in the mountain, but it's Shoes and Roy are breaking into this prison to free Cheshire or Cheshire. I know you and Connor made fun of me for saying it like that. And this is the first time that she sees, Shoes, and she's dressed up in her because she was Cheshire Cat, right? In the Pages of Catwoman. She's in a newer mask, but so it's all done in Roy's colors in the red, but it's still that same style of mask, just without the bottom piece of it. So it is missing the smile. But they go to free her, so Leon can see her. The task force comes in, they start fighting, and as they go to make the escape, Ollie fires an arrow that ends up wrapping a rope around Roy and threatens to kick him off the building. He tells Roy, because Roy's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm not Green Arrow. I'm not a rich playboy. I'm a concerned citizen." And what Waller's doing, while I don't agree with the process, she has a point, and that he believes in Waller. And Roy's like, well, let's go talk to Batman and Superman. Let's talk to Dinah. And Ollie doesn't like that, so he kicks Roy off of off of this big ledge. And Peacemaker comments like, well, that was cold-blooded. Maybe you were meant for this team. But we see that Leon and Cheshire catch him, and they come back to the Arrow family and are like, hey, something's going on with Ollie. Should we be worried about like Waller and the brain bombs? Because they all had those. And who says it? One of them says that Diggle let them know that they were deactivated, so they shouldn't have to worry about that going forward. But they start seeing the events of Absolute Power start kicking off, and they hear a voice from the back that said, well, if Oliver said he wasn't Green Arrow anymore, and then Connor steps up in his full Green Arrow uniform with the hood and everything, goes, well, I'll be Green Arrow now. And that's how it ends. I think this is my jumping off point, because it's going to start really tying into Absolute Power and whatnot. And as much as I adore Connor Hawke as a character and the whole Arrow family, this book has kind of just existed to tie into bigger stories at this point. It doesn't really get to do its own thing, and it's not even Williamson being Williamson. It feels like it's treading water. Like we had all known that it was originally a 6-issue mini, right? And then it's clearly gotten more than that, or at least it was, maybe a 10-issue. I don't know.
No, it was six. It was originally
it was six
or seven,
okay.
but it was around there. It wasn't.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just kind of at the level now where, you know, we're just reiterating the same stuff now. And now we've had Ollie show up in Flash working for Waller. He's actively working here because he's working against his own family. And we all know he's playing an angle at everything. But yeah, I think this was, you know, busy week like this, I probably wouldn't have read it. So, you know, but I had to know where this was going based off of the last issue. And yeah, so now I can safely know that unless the next time this comes around, I have an open spot, and think I'm off of it. So that said, it's not terrible. So I'll give this a 7.